2T, Shout out to the plug in this motherfucker.
Shout out.
Thank you. Okay. 2Tymes, let's go.
Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug.
Shout out to my GDs and shout out to the Cubs. Shout out to the Vice Lord. Shout out to the Blood. Shout out to the fact that if you with it, throw it up. You feel disrespected, send a shout out with your gun. Shout out to the club, nigga. Shout out to the DJ. Shout out to my plug partner. Shout out to the freeway. Shout out to the slums and shout out to the gutter man. Shout out to them plastic bags and shout out to them rubber bags. Shout out to my damn self, always on a mission. Always going hard, nigga. Shout out to ambition. Shout out to my niggas that were locked up off in prison. And shout out to them potsers on the stove in the kitchen. Shout out to my 40 Glock and shout out to my Ruger. Shout out to the fact that I know niggas that'll do ya. Shout out to the one that'll make it do just what it do. And shots to be a few because that's my crew. What up?
Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug.
From Mexico to Arizona, California, Texas, St. Louis, Detroit, Baltimore connection. Salute to Jimmy, I can get you tinted. What's up with Big J? You want that parquet? I can have it on the way. Get it gone in a day. What you want, I bring it to your future blood in every state. When I'm crazy solid, ain't gon' talk about it. Ain't no snitching bone in my body, nigga. Yeah, I'm body. Hey, shout out to my right hand, all them trips we took. Salute to every nigga in the streets and all the crooks. We at the top where we belong. Wake up blowing strong. Real street nigga ain't no clown. Keep our phone cell phones. When that work on me, won't go home. We go hard until it gone. Shout out to my amigo, cause they really put me on. Shout out to Young Keisha in our ring, got me in my zone. I can't forget my lean man. Gone.
Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. First off, shout out to you motherfucking haters. Shout out to them 100 bands of midget in my basement. Shout out to my bunner, that bitch leave beef Cajun. I gave that boy a pass, so shout out to my patience. Shout out to my partner out in Southern California. Wish I could say your name, but I know the feds won't you. Shout out to the fact that them packs keep coming. Bitch, we eating over here, so shout out to my stomach. Shout out to the chopper. Shout out to the wood. Shout out to the six, that's my hood. Shout out to them white girls out there on the road. If you get jammed, shut your mouth. Shout out to the code. Shout out to the black flag. Shout out to the black team. Shout out to my black Glock stuff in my black jeans. Shout out to my black tee and my black Louis V. Shout out to the fact it's still all black everything. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug. Nah, ain't a rapper, nigga. I be selling drugs. Shout out to my customers. Shout out to my plug.
Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out.
Sharp Team Entertainment.